Hey everyone, and happy new year, happy 2025. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about all things theme parks. And today I've got a huge one for y'all because Universal's Epic Universe is set to be the biggest addition ever to Universal Orlando Resort in decades. And I don't know about y'all, but I've been counting down the days until it opens. It literally opens this year. So weird to say, right? And this park is packed with incredible lands, attractions, and immersive experiences like we've never seen before. So that's why in today's video, I'm going to be counting down my top 10 most anticipated attractions coming to Epic Universe, from thrilling coasters and even jaw-dropping shows, because we're covering attractions, not just rides, attractions as well. But before we get into my list, guys, 2025 is going to be a big year for us. We're going to be uploading lots and lots of content. And of course, with Epic Universe opening this year, there's going to be lots of stuff coming out from that. So make sure you're subscribed with those bell notifications on. And you do leave a like at the end of this video if you enjoy it. As always, you can check out all of our social content across the board on Instagram and on X, which can all be found down below in the description. But with that being said, let's jump right into it. Remember, this is just my opinion for anticipated attractions. I want to know your guys' list down below in the comment section at the end of this video. Starting off our list is a charming addition to the park, which is of course the Constellation Carousel. Sure, carousels may not be the most thrilling ride, but Universal is known for putting their own creative spin on even the simplest attractions, and it seems like that'll be the case with the Constellation Carousel. This will be located at the very hub of the park. And while yes, you may be thinking to yourself, why does he have a carousel on his list? Well, I think that it will provide some amazing views and some amazing photo opportunities. Each ride vehicle has its different unique theme, so this isn't just any ordinary carousel. It's a beautifully designed experience that the whole family can enjoy. This is the kind of ride where you can just slow down, take in the atmosphere of Epic Universe and its surrounding portals, and just enjoy being in the park. And yes, like I said, this will make for some perfect photo opportunities, as well as some video opportunities of the surrounding areas, maybe even the Bellagio style fountains going off while you're riding this carousel. And that's why I gave it like a number 10 spot. It would be an honorable mention, but I feel like with the views and everything that this is going to provide in the middle of the park, I think it deserves to be on the list. But now let's head into Super Nintendo World for number 9. At number 9 is Yoshi's Adventure. This ride is already a hit in Japan. Some of the folks got to ride at Universal Studios Japan, and I'm so excited because it's going to be coming as a part of Epic Universe, whereas over here at Universal Studios Hollywood, we don't have Yoshi's Adventure. This family-friendly attraction lets you ride on Yoshi's back as you journey through the Mushroom Kingdom, spotting hidden treasures and enjoying a relaxing ride with stunning views of the land. This will definitely provide you for some of the most unique views of the land that you really can't get anywhere else, because you're riding on the actual track. You can't stand on the track. You have to actually get those views from riding on the track of Yoshi's Adventure. And one thing I love about this ride is how accessible it is. It's perfect for kids and families, and for anyone who just loves Nintendo in general. Plus, the theming is incredible. Everywhere you look, you'll feel like you're inside of an actual game. And even in the indoor section, you'll have all those different animatronics and everything. And what makes this even more fun is that interactive feel to it. You're actually going to be playing like a video game while you're on the attraction. You're going to be looking for those different hidden treasures throughout the attraction. And you can't go wrong with the little baby Yoshis. They're so freaking cute. Now let's pick up the pace a little bit with a darker, more intense ride over at the Dark Universe Land. Number 8, we have the Curse of the Werewolf Coaster. This attraction obviously has the different coaster elements, but it also has some immersive storytelling, taking you on a terrifying journey as you try to escape the clutches of a werewolf. One thing that Universal does really good and way better than anyone else does is the theming with their different coasters. Regardless if it's this high speed, amazing Velocicoaster that has a theming there and tells a storyline, or if it's a slower, more family themed coaster, they really take in consideration the different details of the storytelling and the different things surrounding the actual attraction. And I think with the Curse of the Werewolf Coaster, it's no different. Obviously, you have the small little indoor section where you actually get to see the werewolf. You have the beginning scene, you have the finale scene, and all on top of that, while riding this attraction, you actually are going to be spinning while riding it. You're actually going to be spinning while riding it. So you mix all those different different elements and everything. It's going to be one of those rides that has you gripping at the edge of your seat from start to finish. Plus, the theming in this area is absolutely stunning. Dark, gothic, and totally immersive. In this forest, you'll get amazing views of the rest of the Dark Universal land. So that's why the Curse of the Werewolf coaster comes in at my number 8. We're moving quick here, and we're moving to something that's not a ride, but it's a show. We have number 7 in The Untrainable Dragon. It's a live action show in the How to Train Your Dragon land, Isle of Berk. And it's going to be incredible. This interactive experience combines puppetry, animatronics, and special effects to bring Toothless and other dragons to life right in front of your very eyes. And Universal seems to always nail their live shows, and seeing how they have this at one of the parks overseas and seeing the different like POVs and everything of it, this Untrainable Dragon show looks like it's going to be one of its kind. I mean, the way that they're going to be able to bring all those dragons to life, you'll see Toothless flying over you. I think this is going to be amazing. I mean, you have shows in the past, like over at Disney's California Adventure, you had Aladdin the musical, and you got to see, obviously, Aladdin and Jasmine fly over on that carpet. This is going to be similar to that, except for it's going to be a giant dragon that Hiccup's going to be flying on top of, and I cannot wait. This theater is going to be huge, and I definitely think that this is going to break some records as far as live entertainment goes at Universal Orlando Resort. Untrainable Dragon will be one of those shows that just leaves everyone gasping, like, wow, it's amazing. We need to watch that over and over and over again. But speaking of shows, next up at number 6, we've got something truly magical. La Cirque Acarnis. And I don't know if I said that correct, but it's a show located in the brand new Wizarding World land. And while yes, I could say that Untrainable Dragon belongs in front of this show, I think that the unknown of the show, and just from what they've teased and what they've already kind of shown in the Battle at the Ministry attraction, I think that this show is going to be really, really incredible. And I think it also beats out the Untrainable Dragon for me, because I feel like I'm a bigger fan of Harry Potter than How to Train Your Dragon. So like I said, this is just my list, but that's just, we'll go with that. There's not too much details out as far as this show goes. All we know is there'll be a live entertainment show located in the Wizarding World land, and it's definitely going to have different visual effects and obviously live actors, and I'm really excited to see what they do with this. I think that they're going to pull off some stuff that none of us are probably expecting, and I think that's why it makes this list for me and why it nearly edges Untrainable Dragon. But now it's time for the top 5, and these are the rides that will truly define Epic Universe in my opinion. So let's jump right into it, shall we? At number 5 is Donkey Kong Minecart Madness. This ride is definitely going to be a game changer, no pun intended. Universal is using a revolutionary side rail coaster system that makes you feel like you're jumping over gaps in the track, just like in the classic Donkey Kong video games. And while yes, a lot of people have seen different POVs and stuff like that from the Donkey Kong attraction over at Universal Studios Japan, I think it's unfair to judge it until we actually ride it in person. Sure, there's things that they can improve on as far as the Universal Studios Japan attraction goes. However, I don't want to judge it until we actually ride it ourselves. And I mean, there's that really neat water feature that is located in the actual queue that you can see with the riders on the ride, which I think is pretty cool. But I do think Donkey Kong Minecart Madness belongs in my top 5, and it sits at number 5. It's going to be incredible regardless. I mean, with lush jungle theming and iconic game elements that will obviously be popping up on this attraction, all on top of that with the fast-paced thrills, it's going to be one for the books. Let's be real, who wouldn't want to ride in a minecart and experience the magic of Donkey Kong firsthand? The attention to detail in Super Nintendo World, I think, will really reflect on this whole Donkey Kong jungle area as well. I mean, we've done a whole breakdown of the whole Donkey Kong land that opened up at Universal Studios Japan recently, and if the Epic Universe is anything like that one, which it probably will be considering that it looks like it's going to be a clone, I think that the Donkey Kong Minecart Madness attraction is definitely going to be a top 5 attraction once it opens up. Speaking of coasters, we're going on to number 4, and coming in at number 4 is Hiccup's Wing Gliders. This ride is all about flight, soaring, swooping, and diving just like a dragon. The coaster promises different turns, breathtaking drops, and immersive theming as you fly throughout the entire Isle of Berk, and it provides you with some amazing views. And who knows, you may even be able to see some of the dragons, because we've seen in different concept art photos and construction photos that there are plenty of different dragons hidden along the track of Hiccup's wing gliders. Obviously, the land itself will feature iconic locations from the different movies. So while yes, you're on the coaster, you're also stepping straight into the world of the dragons as you see everything all around you. Like I said, you get definitely tons of different views from this coaster. So it's very possible that while walking through the Isle of Berg, you may miss something. But while riding the actual Hiccup's Wing Glider ride, you'll be like, oh my goodness, that's something I didn't see. Let me go check that out as soon as I get off this ride. And I think that's why it belongs at my number 4 spot. And let's be real here, it's a perfect starter family coaster. If you're trying to get either your scared grandma on an attraction or maybe even your scared dad on an attraction and you want to get them on that Stardust Racers type attraction, this is a perfect one to start with. And now we're heading back to the Wizarding World to start our top 3. At number 3, we have Harry Potter and the Battle at the Ministry. This is the next big chapter in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and it's rumored to be the most immersive ride Universal has ever created. The technology that they're using for this ride is something that we've never seen before. You'll step inside the Ministry of Magic for the queue experience, and we've already seen different photos of the queue. The queue theming is absolutely incredible. An epic battle is about to unfold as Umbridge is finally going under trial. On this attraction, you can expect state-of-the-art ride technology, detailed sets, and cutting-edge special effects as you go on this thrilling and magical journey. Obviously, you're going to encounter Death Eaters. I mean, we've talked about it before, that Death Eater animatronic. We won't go too much into that. This ride will also combine dark ride elements with dynamic action and create a truly cinematic and immersive experience. Yes, y'all, I'm really going all out with the big words. It's 2025, I'm trying to step up my game here. Universal always sets the bar high with the different Harry Potter rides, and I think that this one is going to blow us away and probably be a fan favorite for most Harry Potter fans who are visiting Epic Universe and who have just seen the Hagrid attraction, and they see the Fly the Hippogriff attraction, and you also have Gringotts, and you also have Forbidden Journey. I mean, there's so many Harry Potter rides, but I think that this one would definitely top them all, and that's why it's my number 3 most anticipated. But now we're getting into the top 2, and these 2 rides are definitely hard to rank, but I think one edges the other one for me, specifically because of what I enjoy the most. And I think you guys know where I'm going with this. At number 2 is Stardust Racers, a dual track racing coaster that's all about speed, competition, and spectacle. This attraction is part of Epic Universe's central hub, and it's going to be the perfect centerpiece for the park. You have Epic Universe, which is kind of like a space themed. And what better name for a coaster than Stardust Racers, which was originally a different name, but we'll ignore that. Imagine launching side by side with your friends and family and weaving through different tight turns and heart-pounding drops, all while getting the amazing views of Epic Universe and its different lands. That's exactly what Stardust Racers is going to be. And while yes, you'll want to ride with your friends and family, it'll be really cool if you like, all right, you guys get on that train, we get on this train, we split up, and we try our best to race each other. That'll be a really neat experience to do with your friends and family. And this ride will especially be stunning at night. It's going to have dazzling lights and effects that make it feel like you're racing through the stars, so really making you fully immersed in that theme. Like I said, Universal does the best at theming up coasters, and this one definitely proves that. I really love a good racing coaster, and this one sounds like it's going to be an absolute blast. But finally, it's time for the big one. My number 1 most anticipated attraction at Epic Universe, which is Monsters Unchained. It takes a top spot on my list, and for good reason. This epic dark ride is set to be the centerpiece of the Universal Monsters land, and it sounds absolutely terrifying in the best way possible, of course. I love horror movies. I love haunt movies. I had the freaking Bride of Frankenstein tattooed on my arm. I love everything about the Universal Classic Monsters. And not only the fact that they're bringing a dark universe land, which is absolutely amazing, but the fact that they're bringing some of these monsters to life in animatronic form in Monsters Unchained really gets me excited for this theme park. The story puts you in the middle of the action as Universal's classic monsters like Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, and the Mummy break free and wreak havoc. Of course, there's going to be a combination of massive animatronics, practical effects, ride technology that is going to be the most immersive and thrilling dark rides ever, and might I say, one of the most terrifying dark rides ever. I mean, I get scared when the Dementors come out on Forbidden Journey. I think I'm going to be absolutely terrified on Monsters Unchained, although I also may be geeking out. As a huge fan of classic horror, I couldn't be more excited for this one, and Universal has always done an amazing job with their monsters and really giving them the notoriety that has kind of got lost over the years. So I'm happy that with Halloween Horror Nights and now, of course, with Epic Universe, they're really starting to get a lot more popular again. I can only imagine how intense this ride is going to be. This kind of attraction will have you talking about it long after you get off the ride, and it's going to be one of those ones that's like, wow, I really braved that, and I don't think I'll ever do that again. But maybe. I love rides like that because then it makes you like egg your friends on to get on the ride and see how terrified they are. But there you have it, everybody. That's my top 10 most anticipated attractions that's coming to Epic Universe, opening this year, May 25th. From the thrills of Stardust Racers and Hiccup Wing Gliders to the magic of Harry Potter and the horror of Monsters Unchained, this park is shaping up to be a game changer. But let me know down below in the comment section, did your favorite make the list and where did it make the list? Which attraction are you most excited for? And of course, if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button down below with those bell notifications on. 2025 is going to be a big year for us, and I know we say that every single year, and I feel like we one up ourselves every single year, so we're keeping the trend going. 2025 is going to be big, and there's going to be plenty of content coming out, so make sure you're following us on all of our different accounts down below in the description. But my name is Scott, and you've been watching Exploring Attractions. Positivity is key, and most importantly, remember to keep exploring. Peace out, everybody.